and we are getting you some breaking news from the state of Karnataka, where Youth Congress workers stage a protest against the government and will look to gherao Suvarna Soudha over the arrest of whistleblowers and corruption charges against the government. Protests being led by Youth Congress President Nalapad. That is the breaking news that we're getting you at this point in time, where Youth Congress workers stage a protest against the government and will look to gherao Suvarna Soudha over the arrest of whistleblowers and corruption charges against the government. Protests being led by Youth Congress President Nalapad. And those are the breaking news that we are getting you. And the visuals are on your screen right now. You can see there's a massive crowd of Youth Congress party workers from the state of Karnataka who are staging a protest right now. This is over the arrest of the whistleblower who tried to expose the Karnataka government on the 40% cut money. And this is by and large led by the Youth Congress President Nalapad. And there's a massive case of standoff between police and the Youth Congress workers. The police is trying to quell the protesters right now. They are trying to restrain them and detain them for that matter. But there seems to be a bit of a clash where the police is trying to detain them physically, so dragging them and putting them into buses. And Nalapad is leading that protest on the issue of arrest of the whistleblower and the corruption charges against the Karnataka government. And joining me right now is my colleague Deepak to get us more details on the story. Well, Deepak, what exactly are the Youth Congress workers protesting for? And we can see in our visuals that there seems to be a major clash between police personnel and the protesting party workers. How is the situation on ground?
Well, you're looking at a lot of drama unfold here on the streets of Belagavi as Youth Congress workers, try to defy the cops. They wanted to, of course, get out of Vidhan Soudha, submit a memorandum to, the Chief Minister. The police, of course, telling them that they cannot move towards the Vidhan Soudha. Here you have Youth Congress President, Mohammed Nalapad, who's being pushed into, the bus and being detained at this point in time as they get into an altercation with the cops for not allowing them to march. Many of them, of course, already detained. You can see him, being taken right now inside the bus as he tries to protest against the police for not allowing him to march towards the Vidhan Soudha. They, of course, are protesting against, the government over several issues. The issues, of course, include allegations of corruption against the government. They're saying that even the recent arrest of an activist as well is something that was condemned. We'll try and get a reaction from the Youth Congress President himself as he is now inside the bus. Let's get in a word from him. Mama, if you could tell us. If you could tell us. Come back here. Come this side. Come, we are live. If you could just talk to us, tell us. You would like to request them to go to the Vidhan Soudha.
See, I am requesting. I am not protesting. I am requesting. I want to make the voice of the youth be heard. ನಾನು ಇವತ್ತು ನನ್ನ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನ ನಮ್ಮ ಯುವಕರ ಧ್ವನಿಯನ್ನ ಸೌಧ ತನಕ ತಗೊಂಡು ಹೋಗಬೇಕು ಅಂತ. But they are not allowing us. Today, the process of democratic right is what they have thrown all my clothes. They have thrown my clothes. They are hitting me. What is this? Is this democracy? Is this democracy? We will not tolerate this. We will fight against the BJP.
Well, there you hear, Nalapad going on to say, he's the Youth Congress President, of course, who's going on to say that, the cops are tearing his clothes. This is not the way, that the police should have behaved is what he claims. But the police, of course, had put up barricades there. You can see multiple barricades being put up. And even if any more Congress workers come, they would be detained, and multiple buses, of course, were brought in to detain them. As of now, the protest officially probably ending.
But Deepak, there's one thing about wanting to protest at the Vidhan Soudha and do the Vidhan Soudha gherao. But clearly, Nalapad and the Youth Congress did not have the requisite permission to carry out this sort of a protest and a gherao. Did they have the due permission?
Well, firstly, around the Vidhan Soudha, prohibitory orders are in place, so people cannot gather or protest. And of course, the permission was not granted to head towards or march towards the Vidhan Soudha. Permission was given for a short duration that they did march on this particular stretch. This is the Yadurappa road that we're standing on, and about maybe a kilometer from here is the Suvarna Soudha. So permission was given up until this point. They did march, and after that, of course, they've been detained. But the Youth Congress alleges that they're not being given their democratic right to protest here as well.
But Deepak, this has become a major standoff between the Congress and the BJP when it comes to the arrest of the whistleblower, where they have been claiming that the government is mired in corruption. Many of them have taken bribes. 40% cut money has been the chant that the Congress party is using against the BJP. Has there been any defense coming from the BJP?
Well, the BJP says that these are all, blank allegations really coming against them. They're saying that there is no base really, even with the contractors making this allegation in the past. They've said that they've not submitted any sort of proof where the government can act upon it. And just throwing words out there isn't going to make the government corrupt, is the stand of several of the ministers. So, the Youth Congress and especially the Congress party in Karnataka have carried out multiple campaigns against the state government over the 40% commission charge. Now, with the contractors, of course, who initially made this charge being arrested, it has just given them more fodder to attack the BJP. And they're saying that there have been multiple defamation cases in the past, but, all of a sudden them being picked up and arrested just shows that they wanted to instill fear in them, is what, you had the KPCC president say. We even heard Mr. Siddaramaiah as well, come out with some sharp reactions against the arrest, though, of course, it was based on court orders that they actually went ahead and picked them up. And finally, of course, they did manage to get immediately bail as well. But, the Congress is saying that this is an attempt to silence whistleblowers and anybody who talks against the government.
Well, Deepak, thank you for getting us all those details. Clearly, we are going to be keeping a close watch on that developing story, because those are dramatic visuals that came in from Bangalore as Nalapad, the Youth Congress president from the state of Karnataka, led that protest, and he was detained, although they did not have the requisite permission to carry out a gherao of Vidhan Soudha. And that has become a major standoff between the cops and the Congress party workers.